Hi, I'm Sharon. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where we're working through the ABRSM Theory Grades. There are lots of resources available to help you. If you go to my website, if you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets and you can download those in US letter or A4 and they accompany each step of this series to help you. There's a page there with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can also find information about the books I have available. I've written an exam technique guide, how to take your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's full of tips and hints on how to best prepare for your exam and how to make the best use of your time come exam day when you're actually working through your exam paper. So if you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find it's all there. If you can like, subscribe and share, that would be fab. And now we're going to crack on with paper S. So if you turn with me to the back of your 2018 Grade 1 practice paper booklet to page 17, we'll have a look at question 6 together to begin with. So I'm hoping you've had a go of this. It doesn't matter if you've gone wrong. It's always better to learn by your mistakes. And now we'll look through this together. So we have some work to do on the degrees of the scale. And so we need to name the degree of the scale on each of these notes marked in this little extract here. We're in C major, so we're always counting C as note 1. Now, we just need to be careful to remember that C is the first, and we count from that. So here they've given us a C helpfully to start from. So if that is 1, the next door note is 2. The only way you can go wrong is if you forget to count the bottom given tonic C as 1 and just count upwards straight away and count 1 upwards. So remember to count the given note C, or the counting from the C as your lowest note is 1 and count up from that. So there we can see that D is a second. So for example, let's move on to this next one there. C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's a fifth. Now if you want to double check that you've not miscounted, what you can do is you can I'll just drop down so we can see, we can write out the letters of the scale and we can write the degrees of the scale, so we know that C is the first degree of the scale and count from there. There's our octave, so we can see that D is a second, G, all classic grass, is a fifth, so we know we've not gone wrong. We can also count from this note as well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just to double check again. So if this is a fifth, one higher is going to be a sixth, counting from the C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we can see that A is the sixth, so lots of checkpoints there. Oh, what am I doing? Sixth, I know it's an A. Sixth, there we go. So here, we're counting from C, 1, 2, 3, 4, C, D, E, F. We know that F is a fourth. Now here we have a middle C, and so we know we've got an octave straight away. If you weren't sure though, count from C here, the low C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is the space, 8 is the line. We can either say octave or eighth, either of those will do. And so if that is an eighth, one down is a seventh, and one up from the sixth, up one is a seventh, so we can see it that way. And also counting from C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, seventh. And we can also see that B is a seventh. So there's lots of checkpoints to make sure you've not gone wrong. Counting from here, C, D, E, 1, 2, 3 is a third. And then here, now here, 1, 2, a second, and they've actually given us that answer here, and so we already got that one free mark there really. And then here we're on a C again, so we can either count that as an octave or an eighth, or you could say a first. It's all the same, it's just the tonic, the key note. Any one of those will do. Let's move on to the next part. So we're asked how many semiquavers or 16th notes is the first note of the melody word. So we have here a dotted crotchet, a dotted quarter note. So first of all, let's work it out with a crotchet, a quarter note. We know a crotchet is one full beat that divides into 2 half a beat, 2 quavers, 2 eighth notes, which divides again into 4 semiquavers, 4 16th notes. So we know that a crotchet is 4 16th notes, 4 semiquavers. However, we're not quite there yet because it's a dotted crotchet, so we need to add half as much again. So 1 2 3 4. Half of 4 is we need to add another 2, so we know that it's 6 because we've added half as much again for the dot. There we go. So now let's move on to question 7. So again, we're working with degrees of the scale, but this time we're counting intervals. We're still counting melodic intervals, but they're just given to us as an exercise rather than actually as part of a melody. Same principle though. This time, however, we're in F major, and so we're counting from F as our key note. So we can either count from F as the first, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, or we can double check that by writing the degrees of the scale. Now I know of course it's B flat, but your key signature will take care of that, so there's no need to worry. There's our octave, and so we can see that E is the 7th. We can count upwards from here, 1 2 in the treble clef from F to G. We can see that's the 2nd. Back into bass clef, 1 2 3 4, F G A B, B flat of course, that's the 4th. Now here we're going 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 from F to F in the bass clef, so we can say octave, or we could say 8th, either one of those will do. Back into the treble clef, counting from F, 1 2 3 4 5, F G A B C, we know is a 5th, so there we go. And then 1 2 3, F G A, 3rd. There we go. Let's move on. So then, now we have some performance directions and some Italian musical performance terms. Now there's nothing for it but to just give some good revision to this topic. We've now got multiple choice. That's the new edited version of the exam paper, so you don't have to give these their full definitions now. We just need to choose from the multiple choice. However, I'm not sure that makes it any easier really, because sometimes they just throw you a bit of a red herring in there, so you just need to be careful. And so as a means to help you to get your revision going, at the end of the PDF document you can see that I've given you some revision tips on how to group these performance directions to better aid revision. You can even colour coordinate it, whatever helps you. And then I've given you a little test at the back of the book, just a bit of extra revision. And so hopefully you're all prepared for this, because I do suggest that you get to grips with these now, because when you move on to grade 2, it will be all of these plus extra for grade 2, and it just builds up throughout the grades. It's in a cumulative list. So as you progress through the grades, they just become more and more. So it's really worthwhile just getting to grips with these now. So I do suggest you have a little go, and now we'll check these through together. So MP, mezzo piano. Piano is quiet or soft. M is mezzo, moderately, middle. And so moderately quiet is the answer. Poco means a little. I used to have a little doggy. I used to call him Poco Puccissimo, little doggy. So whatever helps you to just get to grips with these, find some ways to just get these really registering in your brain. Sometimes the more bizarre it is, the better you'll remember it. There we go. So here we have the dynamic direction, and you can see it's opening out, and that's a crescendo that's gradually getting louder. Nothing to do with tempo, it's a dynamic volume term, so gradually getting louder. Then we have adagio, which is slow, and if you were using my revision tips, you'd have grouped that with other words to do with slow. I think I'll put that here, yes, so you'd group that with lento, which also means slow. There we go. So this is a repeat marking. You'd either repeat between the two symbols or you'd repeat back to the beginning. So that's a repeat mark. And here that's an accent mark. So accent the note. You see here what I mean about red herrings. Although it's nothing to do with legato, even if it was a legato term, legato does not mean detached. That's a nonsense definition. Legato actually means smoothly. So you need to be careful even when it's the word you're after. Sometimes the definition isn't correct. However, here that means accent. So none of those are any good to us. It's accent the note. There we go. So that's the end of that question. We'll look at the final question in the next video. I do hope this is helpful to you. I hope that you're enjoying this. I'm certainly enjoying working through it with you. If you can give me a like, that would be really fab. And please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's lots more to come. And please also do visit sharonbill.com and have a look around there for all of the resource and information that's available to help you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.